What up, guys? Welcome back to another Braidwood Manor gameplay. This is under choices. We've already completed chapter 3. Now let's move on. Chapter 4. Behind closed doors. Chapter 4. As Eleanor strikes off for the manor. As Eleanor strikes off for the manor, you hurry to follow her across the snow. Eleanor, wait! Why is your mother's grave empty? What does that mean? It doesn't matter. Just leave me alone. It was a mistake to bring you out here. Eleanor, please. I just want to help. Eleanor whirls on you. Her fists clench at her sides. I don't want your help, okay? Why can't you understand that? Eleanor. She hangs her head and a silence passes between you. I'm sorry, Buttermoon. There are some secrets I'm just not ready to share, that I'll never be ready to share. You of all people should know how that feels. Eleanor turns to leave again, but you catch her arm before she can go. Maybe I haven't told you everything. But it's not too late to start. We each have our own pain, Eleanor. It might help to share it. You think you know pain, Buttermoon, but you don't. Not like this. Eleanor slips loose from your grasp and strides up the steps of Braidwood Manor, without a second glance, leaving you alone in the cold. I don't know what secret Eleanor's keeping hidden behind that locked door, but it's tearing her apart. You're tearing me apart, Lisa! I need to collect those keys. I need to collect those keys for her sake as much as my own. Sorry, can I help it? Just then, Simon and Clarissa come hurtling down the stairs, their faces stricken. Buttermoon, there you are. What do you say to Eleanor? Why? Where is she? She went straight to her room and locked the door. And she didn't look happy. Seems like locked doors are becoming a theme for her. Buttermoon, that's not funny. Whatever you said must have really hurt her feelings. I wasn't trying to be funny. It's just, don't you two ever wonder why Eleanor has so many rules, so many secrets? Well, sort of. She never lets us wander very far from the house. Or leave our rooms after dark. Or ask any questions about mother and father. Or why we never see any of our other relatives or... Alright, Simon, that's enough. We see what you're getting at, Buttermoon. Good. Then you see why I need to get Thomas's key. I need to find out what's behind that door. But even if you convince Thomas, which you won't, you'll still need to get Eleanor's key somehow. I'll worry about that later. Have either of you seen Thomas? No, but I hear him. He must be practicing piano in the parlor. Not a good time to disturb him. He's not very talkative at the best of times, but when he's practicing. Once I asked him to play with me when he was at the piano, and he shut me in the pantry for 5 whole minutes. I nearly starved to death. Well, that's a risk I'm willing to take. What's 5 minutes in the closet, right? Leaving Clarissa and Simon in the foyer, You enter the parlor to find Thomas playing a lovely melody on the piano. You stand quietly in the corner waiting for him to finish. Then he hits the wrong chord, and discordant notes jarring him out of the piece. Damn it! Stupid song! I'll never learn it! You awkwardly clear your throat, and Thomas turns around on the bench to face you. What do you want? Hello to you too! What song is that? What does it matter? I'll never be able to play it anyway. Why not? Because it's a duet, and the only other person in this family who can play worth a damn went off to war years ago. Oh, the father. You mean your father? Thomas turns back toward the piano, his shoulders slump. Yes, I mean my father. We were learning this piece when he left. And he hasn't come back. You sit beside Thomas on the bench and he flinches away from you. What are you doing? I'm going to play the other part, Thomas. I know I'm not your father, and I probably can't play as well. But at least you'll be ready for him when he comes home. Thomas glares suspiciously at you. What is this about? What do you want from me? If you want me to talk about my feelings, you can forget it. We're not going to be friends. Then we don't have to talk. We can just play. You turn to face the sheet music, and out of the corner of your eye, you see Thomas do the same. Okay then. The chords you need to play are C minor, C minor, G minor, and A flat, in that order. Do I have to play it? C minor, G minor, A flat. Okay. Let's take it from the top. Which chord should I play? C minor, G minor, A flat. Perfect! Now just keep playing those chords and I'll come in with my part. Oh shit. Soon you and Thomas are playing the duet perfectly. Thomas hitting every single note of the melody while you provide the harmony. Finally! Sounds pretty good, huh? You finish the piece and Thomas closes the lid on the keyboard. Still in a bad mood? No, not so much. I suppose I should say thank you. I think that would be appropriate. But if you really want to thank me, there's something I need your help with. Ah, now the truth comes out. Of course you had an ulterior motive. Thomas... So what if I did? I mean, would you have even agreed to talk to me this long normally? I guess not. Exactly. You didn't really leave me much choice, Thomas. For what it's worth, though, I really did enjoy helping you practice. Well, at least now I'll be able to play this song properly with my father when he comes home. And that's all thanks to you. So if you want my help, you've got it. That's great to hear, Thomas, because I really need to borrow your key. I need to know what Eleanor's hiding behind that locked door. Why didn't you just say so? I've been wanting to know the same thing for I don't know how long. Really? Of course. You think I haven't noticed how much Eleanor isn't telling us? As far as I can remember, that door doesn't even lead anywhere special. It just goes to the cellar. The cellar? Really? Yeah. Last time I checked, there's nothing down there but the furnace. The furnace? That might explain the fire. Maybe I didn't see what I thought I saw. Thomas, when's the last time you were actually in the cellar? Thomas looked suddenly frustrated, his brows furrowed in concentration. It must have been a long time ago, but it couldn't have been that long ago. I can't seem to remember. Why can't I remember? I don't know, Thomas. I'm sorry. All I can say is, if you help me, we can find out the truth together. Thomas pulls a key from inside his vest and hands it to you. Here, take it. Yay, we have Thomas's key. Thank you, Thomas. I promise this will all make sense. When? Soon, I hope. Just then, you hear a sudden crash as the parlor door springs open and Simon and Clarissa tumble onto the floor. Simon? Clarissa? What are you two doing? Don't tell me you were listening at the keyhole. That is certainly not what we were doing. We were just testing the door. It works. Ugh, someone really needs to teach you how to lie better, Simon. So, how long were you two eavesdropping? Not for very long. Just long enough to hear that you convinced Thomas of all people to hand over his keys. I'm impressed. Now all that's left is Eleanor's. Good luck with that. Eleanor keeps the key with her at all times and she'd never just hand it over. If you want to get your hands on it, you're going to have to steal it. You move to the parlor window and stare out at the crisp field of snow beyond. I don't think I could just take it off her without her noticing. But maybe Simon could, if the rest of us kept her distracted. But I'll feel guilty asking him to do that for me. Then again, I could always take it from her in her sleep. It would mean betraying her trust, but I'll only be doing it to help her. And it would be nice to be alone with her. How should I steal Eleanor's key? Spend the night with her? I think ask Simon to steal it. Damn. You turn from the window to face the Waverleys. Okay guys, I have a plan, but you might not like it. There's no way I can just lift the key off Eleanor and get away with it. She'd definitely notice if I suddenly started rummaging around in her pockets. But one of you three could. Do you see where I'm getting at? No. She's talking about Simon. His hands are small enough and Eleanor wouldn't be suspicious of him being that close to her. She's always babying him. Anyway. That's not true. And I'm not a thief. I know you're not, Simon, but I need you to be just this once. You could be just like the Artful Dodger. I'll do it. Wow, I thought that'd take more convincing. You don't know Simon like we do. He only answered to Dodger for months after he read that book. Well, whatever works, right? Let's do this. A short while later, you and the Waverley children run through your plan one more time before setting it in motion. Okay, here's how this is gonna go down. I'll go get Eleanor and tell her that Thomas and Simon are fighting. Once I bring her downstairs, you two make a big show of arguing with each other, calling names, throwing stuff, that sort of thing. And this is the part where I call Simon a baby. And I start crying. And since Simon's such a baby, Eleanor will probably pick him up or give him a hug or something like that. I said I'm not a baby. Then Buttermoon and I will keep her distracted, and once we give the signal, Simon will steal the key. Are we all ready to do this? Wait, what's the signal? Should be something simple like orange. But that's so boring. Why not something more poetic like monomachi? Monomacy? Monomaki? Okay. Monomaki, got it, great. Then let's get started. I'll go see if I can get Eleanor to talk to me. Put on the charms, girl. You leave Clarissa, Thomas, and Simon in the parlor and wander the manor in search of Eleanor. As you cross the foyer, you look up to see Eleanor peering down at you from the second floor landing. There you are! Can we talk? I don't think I'm ready to talk to you, Buttermoon. I'm sorry. Please, I really need your help. Thomas and Simon won't stop fighting with each other. Eleanor sighs and starts down the stairs. Very well. Very well, I'll see what I can do. You lead Eleanor into the parlor where Clarissa waits to meet you. Eleanor, thank goodness, we can't get these two to behave. Across the room, Thomas puts Simon in a headlock while Simon flails at him with tiny fists. Let go of me, idiot! Shut up, you big baby. I'm not a baby. Thomas, Simon, what has gotten into you? Thomas, Simon, what has gotten into you too? This is no way to behave in front of guests. Stop hitting each other at once. Thomas relinquishes his grip on Simon, who runs across the room and clings to Eleanor's waist. Thomas was being mean to me. I'm sorry, darling. Thomas, we've talked about this. You're not to pick on your brother anymore, understand? You're too old to be fighting like this, both of you. With Simon poised to steal the key from Eleanor, Clarissa gives a knowing look. How should I give Simon the signal? This monarch in me has to stop. Goodness, I never knew you had such a large vocabulary, Buttermoon. I've been known to read a book every now and then. Sure. In any case, you're absolutely right. The fighting ends now. Now both of you run along to your rooms. The little scuffle has earned you an early bedtime. Wonderful. As the two boys leave the parlor for their respective rooms, Simon presses something cold and metallic into your hand. Hehehehe. I think I'll go to my room too. I'm sure you two have grown-up things to discuss. That's alright, Clarissa. I'll be upstairs if you need anything. Eleanor sweeps from the room without a second glance, and Clarissa gives you a sympathetic look. Guess she's still not happy with me. Eleanor can be moody, as I'm sure you've noticed, but she'll come around. I hope you're right. In any case, it's not all bad. You open your hand and look down at the key Simon slipped you. Eleanor's key. Got him. So he did manage to seal it. I wasn't sure. Are you really going to unlock the door, Buttermoon? I am. I'm just going to wait until after Eleanor goes to sleep. Oh, my. With all 4 keys in your possession, you stand before the locked door, the shadows pulling around you in the dark hallway. I don't know what I'm about to uncover, but there's no way it's anything good. I just hope I'm doing the right thing. You insert the first key into the first lock and it opens with a soft click. One by one, the locks fall away until none remain. The door remains still and silent, with no trace of the sound and fire of the previous night. Alright, Eleanor. Let's see what you're hiding. The door swings open and you find yourself at the top of a flight of stone steps leading to the cellar. Across the room, the embers flare in a squat iron furnace, filling the cellar with an angry red light. Thomas was right. It really is just a cellar. So why did Eleanor want it locked up? What was she so afraid of? Just then you hear a grating screech as the furnace door swings open on rusted hinges. What the? Then you hear it, the weeping from the night before, a muffled, hysterical sobbing that seems to come from deep within the furnace itself. A skeletal hand emerges from the red throat of the furnace, its bony fingertips scrabbling on the cellar's stone floor. Oh my god! A hideous skull with long, stringy hair comes next, then another hand, until finally the horror pulls itself free of the furnace. What the fuck? Where are my children? Ooh, let's carry on. Chapter 5. Chapter 5. Secrets. Flames dance on the cellar walls as you stare into the glowing eyes of the phantom advancing on you. Move aside, girl. I must see my children. It's been so long since I've held them in my arms. No. I won't let you hurt them. Stay away from them. Hurt them? I could never do such a thing. You, on the other hand. The spectre moves impossibly fast, her skeletal hands locking your head in a vice-like grip, her fingers digging into your temples. Ugh! Your vision starts to blur as the pressure increases, the blood pounding in your head, your jaw clenching against the pain. Help! Someone! Silence, child. It'll all be over soon. You feel yourself fading as she squeezes harder, your hands groping uselessly at the phantom's wrist. Summoning your last ounce of strength, you manage to eke out a final plea. Stop, I know who you are, Rose. That name, I'd nearly forgotten. Rose's grip falters for a mere second, just long enough for you to slip out of the clutches. You turn and run, not even pausing to look over your shoulder, scraping your shins on the rough steps in your hurry to escape the cellar. You spill out the cellar into the hall, slamming the door behind you and hurrying to lock it once more. Why did there have to be 4 keys? Simon first. You fumble with the first key, your hands shaking uncontrollably. Come on, come on. The door bursts open, knocking you onto the floor and sending the keys flying out of your hand. No! Did you think you'd just lock me away and forget me for another 100 years? Oh my god, Rose Waverly looms over you, her clawing hands reaching down to choke the life from you. You're just like that wicked daughter of mine. No, please. Just then, there's a sudden flash of red and Eleanor stands over you, wrenching her mother's hand away from your throat. What have you done, Buttermoon? Eleanor, I'm so sorry. Rose's skull face splits in a hideous grin, a dry, rattling laugh echoing up from her dusty throat. Hello, daughter. Eleanor grits her teeth, her eyes flashing with anger as she fights to keep her mother at bay. You don't get to call me Dad, not after what you did. Eleanor, she's too strong. We have to run. You grab Eleanor's arm and run with her, losing yourself in the labyrinth hall of Braidwood Manor. What was that, Eleanor? Why was your mother down there, and what happened to her? That's none of your business, Buttermoon. I told you to stay out of it. Why couldn't you just listen? Because I want to help you. Eleanor glares at you over her shoulder and you feel the intensity of her anger like a stab of ice. You can't help me, Buttermoon. I want you gone from here and I want you to never come back. Eleanor, I can't leave you. I care about you too much. You have to forget about me, Buttermoon. I'm sorry. Now please go. Eleanor presses hard against your chest and an inexorable force sends you flying backwards through the hall. Until you crash through the manor's heavy front doors. They snap shut after you, leaving you alone in a crumpled heap of the steps of Braidwood Manor with no way back in. Eleanor, please! As you get to your feet, the snow around you starts to fall faster, the winds howling in a sudden gale. You raise an arm to shield your eyes against the growing storm. And everything goes black. You wake suddenly to a loud click and find yourself in the passenger seat of Victor's car. What? Victor looks up from fastening your seatbelt and a look of intense relief washes over his face. Buttermoon, thank God you're okay. Victor! What should I do? Hug him? I don't want to. You pull Victor into a tight hug. He squeezes you back before pulling away. I'm happy to see you too, but right now making sure you're safe is my top priority. Just sit tight. I'm getting you out of here. Don't worry. No, Victor. I have to stay. What? Why? What are you talking about? Victor. I don't expect you to understand. Did you see something? I didn't just see something. I lived with them, Victor. I was supposed to protect them. Fresh tears sting your eyes as Victor puts an uncertain hand on yours, his eyes sympathetic but disbelieving. Look, Buttermoon, I don't know what you think happened in there, but I found you, lying in the snow, half frozen. I think you're still in shock. We need to get you to the hospital. I'm not in shock. It all really happened. I'm not making this up or imagining things or anything. If only there was some way to prove it all happened. Then you look down at your clothes, at the high-neck dress Eleanor lent you. Look at what I'm wearing, Victor. You think I just happened to find a dress like this perfectly preserved? I don't know. How did you get it? Eleanor lent it to me, so I wouldn't feel so out of place. Eleanor Waverly? The one you told me about when we drove up here? Yes, Victor. She's still here, with all of her siblings, and they need my help. Help? How? You came here looking for your own answers. To try to explain whatever happened with your brother that you've been keeping secret. Victor, that's it. It is? You pop open the passenger side door and step back out into the cold. Victor follows you out into the snowstorm, now howling across the grounds, hurrying after you as you stride determinedly toward the manor. Buttermoon, where are you going? I'm going back in there, Victor. I know how I can save them. What are you talking about? Save them from what? Eleanor's been keeping a terrible secret from her siblings for years. She won't tell them that they all died long ago, but more importantly, she won't tell them how they died. As you stand once more before the doors of Braidwood Manor, Victor catches up to you, telling you to face him. Buttermoon, I still don't quite understand what happened to you in there. I don't know what to make of any of this. But if you believe it, then I believe it. And I want to help. I'm sticking with you until the very end, Buttermoon, whatever that might be. Victor, I don't want to put you in danger. Plus, I don't want you around. In danger, don't you realize how that sounds? As much as you might want to protect me, I want to protect you too. Don't need. I'm sorry, Victor. This is my mess. Now I need to clean it up. Victor hangs his head. Victor, go fuck yourself. Fine, I know it's no use arguing with you, but I'll be right outside if you need me. Freeze to death, Victor. If only Victor knew how far away right outside really is. You push through the doors, leaving Victor outside, and step once more into the foyer of Braidwood Manor. You look around to find it return to its present-day condition, with broken furniture scattered around the room and dust everywhere. I need Eleanor to let me back in. Eleanor, please let me back. I'm sorry I didn't listen to you. I'm sorry for everything. There's no reply, only the sound of your pleas echoing through the manor. Eleanor, please, if you can hear me, I think I know how to stop this. I think I know how you can save your siblings. At last, the walls around you start to shift. Broken chairs are made whole again, and the falling chandelier floats back up to the rafters like a glittering jellyfish. Thank you, Eleanor. I'll try not to let you down this time. Looking around, you find no sign of the Waverleys, and you feel yourself starting to get nervous. Where are they? I hope they aren't hurt. Just then, the door to the parlor opens a crack, and you see Eleanor inside, beckoning you to come join her. Hurry, Buttermoon, in here. Eleanor, thank God you're okay. As the words leave your mouth, you hear a dry, rasping voice that sends shivers down your spine. Buttermoon, so nice of you to return. The ghost of Mrs. Waverley glides down the stairs, the scorched hem of her dress trailing behind her. I look forward to finishing our little game. Don't look at her, Buttermoon, just run. You sprint across the foyer, but Mrs. Waverley is too fast. She streaks down the center of the room like a fiery comet, blocking your path. Leave my children alone! Rose grips you with a clawed hand, and you feel your skin blistering at the touch. Ah! Get off me! You lash out at the phantom, clocking her in the jaw and making her release her grip on you. I can't believe that worked! Buttermoon, hurry! With Mrs. Waverley distracted, and you dash across the foyer and into the parlor, Eleanor slamming the door shut behind you. Are we safe in here? We're not safe anywhere, Buttermoon. Not with her roaming the halls. Eleanor, who is that woman? She said that she... She said she was our mother. What aren't you telling us? I was just trying to protect you, I promise. But I've only succeeded in dooming us all. What do you mean, Eleanor? What does that woman, our mother, wants with us? What were you protecting us from? I can't tell you, darling. I just can't. The parlor door shudders as something slams against it, the wood splintering at the hinges. Leave us alone, you monster! Haven't you already done enough? As the door starts to give, you take Eleanor's hand in yours, staring into her eyes with a fierce determination. Eleanor. We've both held on to a secret for too long. We can't hold on like this any longer. But I just can't, by the moon, don't you understand? I know it's hard, Eleanor, but you have to tell them. You have to tell them everything. These secrets are what's keeping you all trapped here. This is the only way to set your siblings free. Eleanor looks down, her eyes filling with tears as her mother rages outside the door. I can't do it, by the moon. You have to, or it'll be this way forever. You take a deep breath, steeling yourself for what you're about to say. If it'll make things easier, I'll tell you my greatest secret. The one I've never told anyone. The one that's kept my brother trapped between worlds all this time. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna stop it right here. Please do leave a like and comment below what you think the ending is gonna be. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the conclusion of The Haunting of Braidwood Manor. Until then, bye bye!